Okay, welcome everyone. This particular video is about writing equations in point-slope form, so let us begin. This has a lot of slides, but let's keep in mind that we will not be doing all of those. I'm still working on trying to edit out what I don't want because I haven't used PowerPoint in my slides before. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you see, what we're working on is right there on the screen. And so basically what we've done in the past is we have written linear equations given either 1 point or at the slope, or given 2 points where you found the slope and then used one of the points. What we're going to do now is we're going to write equations of lines in point-slope form, and then we're going to write linear equations in different forms. So again, let's just go on to that. And our only vocabulary here is point-slope form. Guys, probably of all the ways you write it, this is the easiest way. You need slope at a point and you're good. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to that. Okay, and so what I want you to see was the definition. So basically the point slope, if you follow along here, the linear equation y minus y sub 1 equals m times the quantity x minus x sub 1 is written in point slope form where x1 sub 1, y sub 1 is the ordered pair. So see, there's your ordered pair. Is a given point on a non-vertical line, and m is the slope of the line. Again, that says a whole lot. All you really need is the slope and a point, and I'm going to show you how easy this is. You guys are going to love this. So let's jump on that. Okay. I had all of this edited out, so I'm going to walk you through how they did this. And then I'll write in where I need to. So if you're going to write the point-slope form of an equation for a line that passes through the point -2, 0 with a slope of -3, 2. Okay, so here is the formula. This, I'm going to write right above it. This is going to be x sub 1, and this is y sub 1. You don't substitute in for x and y. Those are your fixed variables. They don't substitute or don't change. And see, they wrote that here. So they replaced y sub 1 with the 0, x sub 1 with -2, but we notice that x minus a -2 is the same thing as x plus 2. Guys, then you just, y minus 0 is just y, so you just simplify it and it's done. That really is all there is to do in that, okay? So I'm going to clear that. We're going to go on. Okay, did not mean to clear that. Let's go back. Okay, we just need to go on. Sorry, getting used to this. Okay, now this is where you actually graph. Sorry about that. And so when you're graphing in point slope form, same equation, you start at -2, 0. So that's this point right here. So what's different from what we've done in the past is instead of starting at y-intercept or at the origin, you're starting at a particular point. So from this point is where I graph. And then I still do my slope. So I'm still going to go down 3 and to the right 2. And wherever that point is, that's my 2 points. So the only difference here is that this point might not be, it might be on the x-axis. It could be anywhere. And as long as you have a slope, you can still graph it, okay? And moving on. Now, this one they kind of already had done for you, so not a huge deal. But what I wanted you to see here is that they gave you an ordered pair and a slope, and all you had to do was batch it up. And so basically, using what they gave me, this is x sub 1, this is y sub 1, and this is m. So y minus -3 equals -2 times x minus 4. Clean that up. Y plus 3 equals -2 times x minus 4. This is point slope form. Again, which is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. All there is to it, guys. That's really, it's probably, I think, one of the easiest things we do. Just to give you that heads up. Okay? And let's see. Going on to the next one. Now, here's the deal. You can write equations if you're given the slope in 1 point. You can solve it into the slope-intercept form, or you can write it in point slope. If you're given 2 points, you have to find the slope and then use the slope in one of the points. We've already done that because we did that in the last lesson. If you've forgotten it, please go back and watch the other video on writing equations in slope-intercept form. Okay, now what they're doing here is they're having you actually put it in standard form. And if you've forgotten, standard form is, let me write that on here for you, ax plus by equals c. Okay, and A, B, and C have to be integers. All the variables are on the left-hand side. So what they did is they got rid of the fraction first, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Okay, so what they did is they multiplied through by 4 because that's the only denominator they have. So you multiply each term by 4. So this becomes 4y. Here the 4's cancel, so this is 3x. And then, excuse me, minus. So 4 times a negative 5 is a negative 20, so minus 20. Okay, so that's the first step. They got rid of the fractions because remember, A, B, and C have to be integers. Okay, so now then the second step is they moved x to the other side. Okay, so they subtracted 3x from both sides. So here you now have negative 3x plus 4y equals negative 20. Because if you remember, this and this cancel. So they just fall out. Now, keep in mind that they like a to be positive. So what they then did at that point, and they tell you right here, they multiplied all the way through by negative 1. So this becomes positive, this becomes negative, and that becomes positive. So your standard form here is 3x minus 4y equals 20, where a is 3, b is negative 4, and c is 20. Okay? Now they do the same thing here, so I'll help you and walk you through on the side. And you already see that they have an answer, but let me show you how they got that. So they did y minus 3 equals 2 times x plus 4. Okay? So you're going to have y minus 3 equals 2x plus 8. Okay? I am going to subtract 2x from both sides. So I'm going to get negative 2x plus y minus 3 equals 8. Okay? Now I'm going to add 3 to both sides. When you do that, you get negative 2x plus y equals 11. And then remember, you multiply through by a negative. So when you do that, your answer becomes, I'm going to change to a different color. Your answer becomes 2x minus y equals negative 11. And as you see, that matches C. Okay, so there you go. All right, we're going to jump on to the next one. Okay, now they've taken this equation and they want you to put it in slope-intercept form. Okay, going from point slope to slope-intercept form is actually really easy. It's a lot easier than going to standard form. So what you do is you distribute first. So you're going to do 4/3 times x, which is 4/3 x, and then 4/3 times 3. Well, the 3's are going to cancel here, and so you're going to get minus 4. Then what they did is they added 5 to both sides, okay? Because remember, slope-intercept form, if you've forgotten, is this. Y equals mx plus b, where y is by itself, okay? So going to the next slide, all they did was clean that up. So if you go back here, this becomes 0. This negative 4 plus 5 is a positive 1. Okay, so that's what they did. And then so there's your answer in slope-intercept form. Y equals 4/3 x plus 1. Again, you should be writing this down. Please feel free to replay it and over and over again as much as you need to. All right. Okay, so this one, they want to put it in slope-intercept form, so we are solving for y, okay? Keeping in mind that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to show you how they got the answer that they got. So you're going to subtract 3x from both sides, okay? So you're going to have 2y equals negative 3x plus 6. I always write the x term first, okay? And then you're going to divide through by 2. I just always do it individually, then you don't forget. So y equals negative 3/2 x plus 3. And that's how they got A. So I moved the 3x, so I got rid of anything that was added or subtracted to y, and then I got rid of anything that was multiplied or divided. So this was added, this was multiplied, so I subtracted and then I divided, okay? Now, we're going to skip all this. I think that might be where I want to stop because I don't want to do the geometry part. I really don't. So your video actually ends right here. Okay, so hopefully this has helped you. Please feel free to ask questions, but watch the video and take notes. I am more than willing to help you, but if you don't do anything else, I can't help you. I'm not going to reteach it because this is everything I would do or say in class. So thank you, and I will see you on the next video.